Welcome to Community Spotlight. It's a brand new year, and that means new beginnings, fresh starts, and planning for the future. Today, we're talking about something that's important to everyone, but often gets put off: wills and estate planning. Stay tuned for an informative interview with legal expert, City Council President Danielle Brown Esquire, who will share her expertise on wills, estates, and all the essential information needed to navigate this important process, and ministry leader Ms. Rhonda Fountain on the importance of this kind of information for the residents of our city. This is K-Star for Community Spotlight. So, Councilwoman Brown, why is estate planning and will and estate planning so critical to the people in our community?
Yeah, estate planning has been around for a long time, but folks in our community haven't known about it. It's kind of, been the hidden secret, right? Estate planning is important because this is really how we lay the foundation for generational wealth. This is how we create a plan so that our families, when we pass away or when we're incapacitated, they're not confused about what to do. They're not bickering and fighting while they're also grieving. This is really how we lay the foundation to getting things done and building up generation after generation.
Now, who should? Because I think most people think that will and estate planning, they don't qualify, they don't have enough assets. I have no money, so why would I need that? Who really needs that?
Yeah, I get that question a lot, right? And a lot of people, like you said, believe that you have to be wealthy. And that's one of the biggest myths that keep people from doing it. The truth is, estate plans aren't all a one size fits all. So even when you're 18, you should have some type of estate plan. It may not be as comprehensive as if you've developed or gained assets over your lifetime, but you should have some type of estate plan, right? So starting from 18, you should have estate plan. And the reason I say 18 is that's when people become adults and their parents can't step in like they would have been able to do had they been minor children, right? So you really should start doing estate plans in from when you're 18 years old.
So, any advice for those who are thinking, who are on the fence, but don't know what to do? They don't know where to go.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for them?
I would recommend you go and talk to an attorney, right? Most estate planning attorneys give you a free consultation, and it kind of lays the landscape of what estate planning is, right? You don't have to necessarily move forward at that point, but you can get accurate information. The problem that I often see is that we rely on social media. Social media is often, sometimes they have truths, but you don't know what truth applies to you. Estate planning isn't a one size fits all thing, so you should get something that fits your circumstances.
And how did this partnership at Greater Centennial came about? What was the inspiration for this event?
Yeah, so, one of my biggest passions is educating our community, right? And letting people know. If you have the knowledge, you can make better decisions, or at least that's what I believe. So I started reaching out to some churches and just individuals where I know people actually congregate so that they'll feel comfortable in the space. Because sometimes when you're learning new information, you feel uncomfortable. You don't know how to kind of approach it. But when you're in a space that you're comfortable with, you feel like, okay, I can take this information in, absorb it, and take it back and make decisions for my life. So actually, one of the organizers, Michelle Brisbane, who I've known since I was a little girl playing basketball at A.B. Davis, she was one of my teammates' parents. She reached out and said, hey, I think Greater Centennial is ready for you to come in. And that's how we came here today. And I'm extremely grateful because it's an amazing turnout at 10 a.m. on a snowy Saturday morning. So.
Thank you so much for your time, for your advice. I'm going to let you get back to the people with
Awesome.
the important information that you have today. And thank you, and also congratulations, our new City Council President.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
This morning.
Well, my name is Rhonda Fountain. I am the chair of the Harambee Ministry, which in Swahili means let's pull together. And this is actually the third time that our ministry has done a will and estate ministry seminar at Greater Centennial Church. And we've combined with the women's ministry because we both were trying to do the same thing, and we're here tonight to do that.
That's wonderful. I see that this is a great turnout. Is this something that you said this is the third one? Is this something that your congregation asked for, and or this is something you know you want our community to be more aware of?
It's actually both. At the time, our pastor, at the time, I'm going back a bit, but it was actually Pastor Darren Moore, who's now our bishop, was originally who set everything up to do this. The program was brought about because as a church pastor, people would call into the church about certain things, and we knew that people didn't have certain things in place, like their will, their estate planning, and so it's educating the community, especially in the African American Latino community, more about it. So it was a combination of people, calling into church, we knowing it needs to be dealt with, and at least educate our members and the community about it, and make it not seem like it's such a dreadful thing because people think, oh, I will, I'm going to die. Well, we're going to leave this earth at one point, but we need to make sure that things aren't left in messes. And we know we've heard of horror stories where someone has passed and things are just so crazy and you're fighting and things like that. And so if you prepare ahead of time, it makes more sense.
Thank you so much for your time. I know you guys are busy here. This is an amazing turnout. How are you feeling about?
Oh, I'm great about the turnout. And if I can leave one thing here so the community knows, the church, Greater Centennial AME Zion Church, has a website regarding the legal program that we also provide, and it is at readytostart.net. You'll see Greater Centennial up there, and you can view all the programs that we have. And part of that is the will and estate planning, trust. All those areas are there for them. And it was set up to be a discount program that members and the community at large can take advantage of.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For your time.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day and Happy New Year.
Thank you as well, though. God bless you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
My pleasure.
Okay.